What's up? So, if you can tell by the little I got a new way to watch reaction videos. When I'm editing this, we'll see how it turns out. But if you've been watching the reaction videos, it was a little, you had the video, but you had all my tabs and YouTube, or I might have cropped that out, but it just wasn't, the full video or whatnot. But, I did something here where, I got the full video, and we're just gonna see how it goes. But anyway, you already know the title of the video. Some scary reaction. Scary videos caught on Ring Cameras, Volume 4. This one is by Mr. Nightmare, Doctor Nightmare, one of the two. But we're just gonna get right on into this video. In honor of spooky season, So expect a lot of more spooky, scary content from me just for the next month or two, just because I like all of that stuff, and I got no one else to share it with, so I'm gonna share it here. Thanks. Let's get right on into it.
The man you're looking at is 56-year-old Stephen Groves. For 2 whole years, Groves has been harassing his disabled neighbor Stephen Persad and his caretakers. The harassment has been caught on Persad's Ring doorbell camera multiple times. In some clips, he's seen taking a screwdriver to the device, trying to clip its wires.
Crazy.
In another clip, he's seen scrawling on the lens with a marker to no effect.
Damn.
And in these instances, whacking the device with a hammer or
This is
broom
weird.
handle.
Hey, that camera's strong. It's still recording and everything. He's not blinking at all. Like, if you look at his eyes, he is not blinking. So he might be off.
The reason
some type
behind
of
the man's
drugs.
attacks on his neighbor's property
That
are
last
unknown.
little clip, I don't know.
Over the past 6 months, Groves has been convicted of 3 charges of harassment against Persad, and has been put on a curfew and ordered to pay compensation for damages to Persad's property. Stephen Persad's niece is terrified for her uncle, having stated this is affecting her mental health, and she's scared that Groves may have intentions to harm her uncle. The restraining order that was put into place is clearly having no effect, as Groves is still harassing Persad.
Can he get charged?
On top of the restraining order, Groves has been put on an electric tag for the better part of a year, and was also ordered 20 weeks of rehabilitation. Police don't seem to be able or willing to do anything more to help, considering this has already been taken to court, and Groves has been convicted multiple times, leaving Persad in a very vulnerable spot.
Destroying stuff.
The crazy can be seen in this man's eyes,
Told you.
and it's understandable for Persad and his niece to be losing sleep over this, as this is a clearly dangerous, unstable man, who may escalate from just attacking Persad's property to actually attacking him.
Weird.
This next video was recorded in an unknown area at a late hour in the night. 2 hooded, suspicious-looking individuals, one wearing a mask, approach a man's front door, and when he answers, the woman pretends that her car broke down and she needs to borrow a phone.
Pause. I just wanted to say this real quick. A lot of houses are built like this, but it's the house, it's the door. Then as soon as you open the door, you're in the house. I've been saying this for the longest time. I cannot have a house like that, no matter what. Even if there is like a door in it, I'm putting a gate in front of that door. Like, I have to have the 2. Like, yeah, no, I need a gate, then a door. Just can't have one. It's not safe enough for me. Me personally, I have a tunnel. I have a gate, then a tunnel, then stairs, then a door. So I'm cool. I had to pause. I thought, oh. I don't want to get copyrighted for that.
Broke down, and y'all's the only one that got a light on.
We don't.
You don't?
Sorry.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to get caught up with that sound.
The man's first mistake is opening the
Who
door
knows?
this
I
hour
might
to
just
two
this whole
hooded
video might not be
individuals,
monetized.
being
just
that his
'cause,
ring
like,
camera would have
some
allowed him
Mr.
to check
Nightmare.
who's at the door before opening it. Instead of opening the door, if he felt the need to respond to the people at his front door, he could have and should have used the voice feature on his Ring device to ask who they were and what they need. Instead, the man opens the door, and while admittedly he knew better than to agree to let them use a phone,
We don't.
You don't?
Sorry.
opening the door in the first place was a mistake, as the man in the yellow hoodie and mask took the opportunity to rush the door with a gun after taking one last look to the right to check for witnesses. Luckily, the homeowner slammed the door shut just in time, and the two would-be assailants fled the scene. In this case, the homeowner saved himself from robbery and danger just by the skin of his teeth, and hopefully learned to check who's at his door before answering. If you've seen any of my other videos about doorbell camera footage, then you'd know the importance of checking your surroundings before unlocking and opening your door, especially depending on the area in which you live.
I'm gonna tell you.
In this video taken by the Ring doorbell camera of TikToker Jojo Ramirez, you see just how close she and her child were from danger, and how the only thing between her and a creepy man was her front door, which she locked with only seconds to spare.
Go shower really fast. I need you to go shower. Please, Daniel. Who's that? Who is that? Get out of here. Get out of here. There's a guy outside. Look.
What makes this scary is that it shows how
These are just
most of
more
us in our
creepy
day-to-day
and
lives
eerie,
fail to
like-
realize how, at any moment, your life could be put in danger by someone else. In this case, Jojo had picked up her child and they were just getting home, having a typical mother-son argument of sorts. You can hear her son Daniel complain that he's tired, and Jojo responds, "I need you to shower really fast."
Go shower really fast. I need you to go shower.
A normal moment in which a mother would have her guard down in the assumed safety of her own property. The creepy man at the front door
Luckily,
then
she
tries the
locked her
door
door
handle,
immediately.
alerting Jojo that someone was at the front door, and you can hear her respond in an alarmed voice, "Who is that? Get out of here."
Who is that? Get out of here.
She then exclaims to her son, "There's a guy outside, look."
There's a guy outside. Look.
As Jojo shouts for him to leave, he
Actually,
backs up,
just tell me something.
but boldly
Hey,
continues, firmly standing in front of the door with his haunting blank expression.
I wonder what he's
not
holding
saying a
behind his
word.
back.
The man came out of
If
nowhere so
anything.
quickly that it could be that he was following them for a while, or perhaps was waiting for them to return. It's anybody's guess what would have happened if the door wasn't locked in time, but a pretty strong assumption would be the man was after Daniel, Jojo's young son. This footage was viewer submitted, and it was taken by their Ring doorbell in a nice, otherwise quiet neighborhood in the Netherlands. The viewer was in bed on an ordinary night when he heard noises on the roof. Thinking it could have been an animal, he ignored it and went to sleep. The next morning, this was the footage he found after seeing the notifications from his Ring doorbell from the night before. In the video are 3, maybe 4 young men trespassing on his property, 2 of them climbing the roof, while the other of the 3 who were visible, whispering to 1 or more people out of view of the camera.
You have no mercy for these people, so like, you know, while 2 of them are climbing, I'm most definitely coming outside, hitting bro right there in the head. Other dude hitting him in the knees. I really have no mercy for these type of people. Like, it is what it is. Like, fuck 'em.
Luckily, this was a cold night, and all the windows in the house were closed, because it was clear they were trying to burglarize the house when scratch marks were found on 2 of the upstairs windows, as if someone was attempting to lift them open. Given that there were 3 or 4 of them, they could have posed a serious threat if they were to have entered the home. After viewing the video, the viewer made sure to keep his windows all locked the following nights, and a few nights later, he woke up to the sound of someone attempting to open a downstairs window, this time not caught by the Ring camera. The footage was submitted to the police in hopes that they could identify them based on their faces. I was asked to blur their faces by the viewer, just so that if any of the perpetrators were to see this video, they wouldn't come back to the house again for any type of revenge. This one is perhaps one of the simpler yet scarier clips caught by a doorbell camera, despite how quick it is. Not many details are known, like where this took place, but this was uploaded by the neighbor of the owner of the Ring camera. In the video, we see in the dead of night a masked, young-looking man approach the front door of the house with a gun in his hand, stand there for only a few seconds, clearly contemplating what he was about to do, then backing out probably in fear and leaving. The owner of the house didn't know who this was, but this was probably a person working up to an armed robbery, possibly having his sights specifically on this house. Of course, without all the details, that's just speculation. And there could be a whole lot of other explanations as to what's going on here.
Could have been like a gang initiation thing.
Regardless, the chances of this guy or any other person with a gun coming back shouldn't be taken lightly.
But
and that kind of
if I can like see correctly, as he's coming on, let me just turn it down a little bit so y'all can hear me.
What's going on here?
But if I'm not mistaken, does it not look like
guy or any other person?
Does it not look like he's holding the gun by the barrel? Like, all right, if you look at my mouse, right, it looks like this is the handle, and this right here, since it only comes out a little bit, it looks like this is like the little, I think recoil. No, whatever it's called, not the trigger, a little back part, right, a little slide. It slides back, and there's a little attachment on the slide that you usually push down and stuff. Does it not?
Gun back.
This angle, it looks even more because if he maybe he's just pointing it down.
Shouldn't be taken lightly.
But at the same time, if that's the case, why would he put his hand on top of the muzzle? Like that doesn't on the bear. Like if no, doesn't make sense. That kind of footage
should be submitted to the police immediately.
Doesn't make sense. Could be like a gang initiation, like go rob his house or go kill the person in that house or something. I'll say this is more creepy than scary, man. If anything, just wanted to give like one tip or two tips I have. When you're coming home at nighttime, right, and you're within a block of your house, grab your keys, okay? Have your key preset, like have with every key to the front door, grab that one key and have it ready to go, all right? Even if it only like saves a couple seconds, those couple seconds could easily be life or death, as we've seen in this video, like the dude shutting the door on the armed robber. So like, you know, seconds can save. Also, if you can, if you're walking at nighttime, have a weapon on you. It doesn't have to be a gun per se. Yeah, if you're in a state where you can get a gun and you like guns, I'm with you, go get one. But if you don't want something like that, Swiss Army knife, you know, something that's has more, I can't English, has multi uses, you know, I can unscrew things, all of that stuff. It also has a blade. Or you can just straight up just go with a straight up killer, you know, just a straight up knife. But man, really stay safe out here, because the world is getting crazy. Y'all probably already know that and all that stuff. But like always, peace, love, positivity, all that good stuff. Let me know down below if there's anything you want me to react to. And yeah, and I'll just keep things coming.